Last week was incredible at Bristol Motor Speedway as the first weekend of the Karls Kustom's Bristol Dirt Nationals wrapped up with plenty of amazing racing action. And this weekend there's more where that came from as the super late models will once again take to the dirt at Bristol. And this morning we want to welcome driver and former Bristol winner Devin Moran to Daytime. Good morning, Devin.
Hey, thanks for having me on, man.
You're our former winner, won last year. Talk to us about pulling up into victory lane at Bristol.
You know, before I got there, I didn't realize like it went up on top of the track. So yeah, it was kind of cool. You know, we went through all of our tech and stuff, and they pointed me up the hill. So we went up there and got the sword and stuff. It was pretty awesome.
And you would love to repeat this week. You tried awful hard last week. You had a couple of big finishes last week. You want to improve on those this week.
Yeah, 100%. You know, there's a lot of money on the line.
Right.
They've got bonuses for the 2 weekend points fund and stuff like that. So we just we got to get a little bit better. We struggled a little bit last week with a 9th place finish, but the track was really good. You know, the weather's looking good for this weekend, so I'm excited to get out there and get rolling.
Talk to me about driving on the dirt at Bristol. I mean, it is a whole different animal than being you know, that's your bread and butter though, driving on dirt.
Yeah, you know, it's different because down here in East Tennessee, there's so many high banked racetracks, and obviously that's what Bristol's known for, you know. So it's a lot of G-force and it's kind of pushing you down into the racetrack, but it's a lot of fun, you know. It's high speed and it's close racing, so like I said, we just got to go out there and keep it up front.
And racing at night, that's a whole different animal too, isn't it?
Yeah, so on the dirt, the moisture dries up really bad during the daytime. They kind of experienced that a little bit last year with the NASCAR Cup Series. So they've actually started move times back. We don't start racing until 7 p.m. Both nights this weekend. So it's cool that they're working with us, trying to make the dirt the best possible for great racing. And
they have done a fantastic job over Bristol getting this track ready to race.
Yeah, you know, they have the XR crew. They've done an awesome job. You know, like I said, they've kind of adjusted times and changed stuff to where they've made it the best possible racing, and it's been super smooth all weekend. It's been two lanes, so I'm excited.
You got a big name coming in this weekend. You got a little extra incentive this weekend. Larson coming to race with you guys.
Yeah, 100%. You know, anyone in the racing world knows who Larson is, and I knew he was planning on coming Friday, but with how great the track looked, and they're only racing in Richmond, Virginia this weekend, he said he wanted to race both days. So I guess have to get elbows up, and hopefully we can stay out in front of him.
And you know, you're one of the big names. You got Larson coming in. There's some big names that are coming into town because $50,000 both nights. That's a good payday. I don't care who you are.
Oh, 100%. Like I said, with the $100,000 bonus for the winner of the whole points deal, there's going to be a lot of good cars there. You know, Jonathan Davenport and all them guys are there. They were there last week, so hopefully we can take all the money, I guess.
You know, we have a lot of racing fans around here. We have dirt tracks that are around here as well. Dirt track racing is so much fun, isn't it? When you tell people about what you do, I can see you light up when you tell folks.
You know, it's kind of a family tradition. So my dad he raced professional for 35 years, and I raced professionally for about 8 to 10 now. But yeah, we raced at 411 Motor Speedway and Smoky Mountain Motor Speedway over there by Gatlinburg, Knoxville area. So we get to come down to this area some, but yeah, we travel all over the place, and I'm pretty fortunate I get to do what I love for a job.
And you know, when your dad does it, it instills an extra love for it. You have a love for this sport, don't you?
Oh, 110%. You know, he doesn't get to go to the racing with me a whole lot anymore, but him and my mom and all my siblings come down and go to the races. I think they're coming this weekend to hang out, so it's cool. You know, we make it a family affair, and it's an awesome family atmosphere. You know, so it's good for any ages from 85 to I think I went to my first race when I was about 2 months old. So it's a blast. We love it.
A lifetime spent here. And you know, the first time you came and they had the dirt down on Bristol and you got to go in there, what were your thoughts going through your mind? You were like here in this huge Coliseum.
I mean, the first time we rolled our trucks down in there last year for the World of Outlaw Bristol Bash, you know, we were all kind of like in awe because I'd never been to Bristol before. My brother was there for a couple night races back in the day, and when you roll in and you see the Coliseum and you see the big Jumbotron, the Colossal, it was pretty cool. You know, it's kind of, you take it in for a minute, but when you get out on the track, you really don't pay attention to any of it. You know, you're out there and you're focused on one thing, and that's to win the dang race. So we just we keep working and put everything aside when we're out there and try to win the money.
Let's talk about this weekend. What's it going to take for you to get over the hump, get back to victory lane, get you another sword?
Yeah, I think we just got to work on our qualifying trim. You know, we were really good race trim. I think we started 17th and drove up to 9th in a 50-lap race. So we were making time in the race, but we need to start about 9th or better, and I think we'll have a shot to win. So we just got to qualify good, run our prelims good, and then if that puts us up front, I think we definitely have a shot.
All right, Devin Moran, thank you so much. Hey, you want to help me give away? We're going to give away a few tickets
today.
Tickets?
All right.
Tickets today.
Here we go.
We have 5 pairs of tickets, 4 pairs of all-access passes. Get to go down in the victory.
Come hang out with us.
Hang out down there in the infield this weekend for the Karls Kustom Bristol Dirt Nationals. You can win them today. Just go to our Daytime Tri-Cities Facebook page right now. Leave a comment on the post about the tickets. Also, leave your email address because they're e-tickets, and that's how we'll get them to you. You must comment and leave that email address. The winners will be notified about 3 o'clock this afternoon. We'll make the drawing, and we'll email them immediately after. Devin, we appreciate you taking some time with us.
Thank you, guys.
All right, lots of exciting racing coming to Bristol this weekend.